Morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on the 11th of May 2022. Looks like the Philippines got themselves a president, and we're having just a beautiful day. Look at that. It's not too hot. We got a slight breeze. You can see by that little flag over there. It's kind of nice. Well, I got up today and I was watching Tropical Tim's blog on his May 4th start of his anniversary, and he went to this resort. You guys got to watch it, and you're going to find out more often than not here in the Philippines, if you go to these places, this is what you're going to get. I got to the point where it's the way it is. He was talking about the cold food. That's just how it is. It's what Filipinos do. Even when I was in the States, they're going to do cold food. Now, when I was young, if somebody came over to the house that my mother didn't want there, everybody got a big plate of food, and she gave them a special plate. I think she even put the plate in the freezer, and she put all the food in, and she gave them a cold plate, and they took the cue right off the bat. We never saw them again. It's a cold plate of food. And when I first got here, I was like, I told my wife, we went to a friend's house. I said, oh man, they don't want me here. And she said, what are you talking about? I said, no, they don't want me here. They gave me a cold plate of food. I'm not coming back. I'm not going back there. And she's, no, that's just the way it is. But this was a resort he went to. So watch that vlog. Watch his last vlog he put out. And you're going to find out that more often than not, you're going to run into this exact same thing if you go different places. Now, I'm not saying they're all like that, but he was talking about the management, and that's exactly what the problem is. They put people in management positions because it's their buddy, or it's a family relation, or something. Not because it's the best person for the job. I ran into this in the call centers, where they put some of the most horrible people in positions of power that just browbeat the workers and just treated them like crap, but they left them there. And when the numbers went down, oh no, it's not that person's fault. It's the people out on the floor. And it's one of the reasons I left out of the call center, because even when there was bosses that I would talk to, the main people, and I would tell them, hey, this is a management problem, they wouldn't do anything about it. So this is just what you're going to get. But that was a very interesting video. It's just the way things are. But I was watching old Bitehole. He's one of the little excerpts. One fellow on Telegram put out excerpts, and then he critiqued him. And one of the things Biden said, the way he's going to stop the inflation is by reducing the workforce. That was a good one. And of course, everything going on is Putin's fault right now. I was in a conversation with a buddy of mine, longtime buddy of mine from the Midwest, and he's big for, still thinking the Russians are all bad. Personally, myself, I think this is where you need to escape to if you're in the States. Get political asylum to go to Russia. I think they're more free now. But he was going on about why do you think that this Ukraine thing's baloney? And I said, look at the people who are for this Ukrainian war. It's all the bad actors. I said, these are all the same people you know are no good. Clintons, all these politicians here in the States, these are the bad actors. We're the evil empire now. And he's finally starting, I think, to get it. Some of these guys I knew, they're lifelong Democrats. They're never going to change. They're just going to go pull a straight ticket on that because that's what Grandpappy did. Personally, myself, they just need to wake the heck up. They just need to wake up, because it's getting too ridiculous with what they're doing in the schools. I can't go into a school and speak of morning. I can't speak of Jesus Christ, but yet one of these purple-haired freaks can start telling your kids how they can transition from a boy to a girl or a girl to a boy. This is crazy. This is not something that a little kid talks about. That's pedophilia. It's not the job of the school to teach my child what religion I want them to be or their sexual orientation. That's my job. That's not them. And now we got this big thing with the WHO. It's coming in, I think, May 22nd. 194 countries they're gonna do this kind of vote. Whitehall wants to give up your sovereignty on your medical, what you can do. So they're going to say, oh, you can't, and they'll take your kids. They'll start with the kids. Guys, if you don't stand up and fight against this now, if you're going to sit back and be complacent, then you're nutty. You're as nutty as they are, and I got no time for you. This is getting too far. They've gone way too far, and who knows what's going to happen here? I don't know. They got a new president. I noticed here in this country when they do their political talks and they get people to interview them and stuff, nobody's asking the hard questions. Nobody's saying, what are you going to do? Nobody's holding their feet to the fire. They're just fluff. They're giving them these fluff interviews, and I just shake my head. I just shake my head. You know, a lot of people here are still steaming over what happened. You know, some of them are, some of them aren't. You know, it's the cult of personality that they're going after. They're not really going after any kind of issues that I've seen. I pretty much stay out of it. Some people, I had a fellow yesterday, we had to go get water because we're without water now still, so we have no water. So we had to go fill up our jugs so we could take a bath and wash dishes and all that kind of crap. And one of the fellows, the neighbors, was over here, and he's all pissed off. And I said, yeah, well, you know, something. Hey, look, I don't vote. I don't know anything about it. You know, and he was like pounding me, and I just kind of rolled up my window in the car and got out and went and did my water duties because I ain't getting into this, guys. I'm just not getting into it. It's a shame. My own country with what goes on in the vote, guys. If you don't think that the last election was good, I can't help you either. I mean, come on. Guys sat there, did nothing, didn't campaign, didn't do nothing. They'd show rallies with him, and there's the main people that were there were news media, nobody else. And then you looked at the other fella, the Don, and holy cow, he was filling football stadiums. Come on, guys. And then now they got this, what is it, 20,000 mules, you know. They got that stuff going on. Hope that wakes some people up. Of course, you're going to get these ultra libs that they're never going to see that. You know, they're just going to say it's all fake and blah, blah, blah. But, and the FBI, it's controlled by the people in power right now. They're all a bunch of panty-waisted, and none of the guys lower are going to step up and say anything. They're all just scared for their job. They don't want to lose their job. You know, so they're nothing. I don't think anything's going to be done about it. Yeah, it's all blah, blah, blah. That's what this is. It's this stuff. It's a whole lot of this stuff. And you keep hearing it. And I've been saying for years and years and years, I don't care if you're red or you're blue, that's their team and we're our team. Because there's always a red one it'll be that one person that gives that vote to swing it the wrong way. Okay, now they got this big row the boat and Wade and all this stuff. They don't really put out the video on the row chick when she was dying in 2020 about how they told her what to say. She got in front of the camera and said, I'm a great actor. She just did what they told her because they were paying her. You know, they don't show that. You know, I think I put it on my Telegram. But take a look at this stuff. And just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And I still say, I've been saying this for years, since the 80s. How long is the good Lord going to smile on the United States? He gave us one of the most prosperous nations. Fantastic. Everything you need, they're doing good. And what happens? You got all these people that are running it that are satanic, guys. End of story. He's not going to keep smiling on that. He's just not going to do it. And it's a shame. It's a royal shame. But this is where we're at now. And I just put my hands up. I hope things get better here. There's some people are getting out, like Wes. You know, he's planning on bailing here. Who knows? You know, he's gonna be 65 here, and they pretty much make you stay home if you're that age. He wants to get out and do stuff. He's an active guy, likes to motorcycle ride, likes to do all kinds of stuff. Who knows? Maybe they'll lock him in the house. We don't know. We don't know. And if we don't know if we can go to Mindoro, and if you have to get a jab. I was really surprised down there. The sister's oldest girl, in order to go to school, she had to get a jab. This is coercion, guys. And it's here. The government will sit back and say, you don't have to do it, but we're going to leave it up to these guys down here. And then they got all their guys down below that say you got to do it. So that insulates them. and it seems like a lot of folks don't really pay attention to what's going on, except during the election year, the big one every 6 years. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I remember the last election, what people were talking about, and I didn't say anything. I just sort of listened, and they were saying about this, that, and the other, and I'm like, they weren't even looking into their own stuff in their country. They weren't paying attention, it seems. So, very sad. But I want to thank Wes and Ami. Big thanks for all the care package Passalubog that you brought us. The kids got a bunch of clothes. We all got some clothes from them and cool stuff. We really appreciate it. But we've run into good people through the channel, which I'm really happy about. Tropical Tim, he came and brought a cool game. It's like a beanbag sack game. Kids still play that. We have a blast with that. Brought stuff, and then of course Mark came. He brought the kids kites and stuff, and it just run into some good people, and I truly believe we're blessed because of it. I think the good Lord sent these people to us, and looking forward to seeing Tropical Tim the rest of his vlogs. He's got, I think, 3 more coming for the 4 resorts he's doing. 40 years, 4 resorts. That's kind of cool. So he surprised his sweetie. They look good, and I understand the next resort was much better. So keep your eyes peeled for that and watch him, because he's always got some good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. It is a little bit sweaty right now. I'm starting to get sweaty. The wind is kicking up and then dying down. Morning. We're going to be doing we're really talking a lot about what's going to happen with us in Mindoro. And we want to get this thing kicked into high gear. We're planning a trip again. August. My wife wanted to go next month. And I no, let's can't get too much into it because we got stuff going on here. I do want to get a bike. I want to get a bigger bike. And I hope I can swing getting your bike from you, Wes. I'm going to do everything I can, along with all the house stuff we need to get done. Yeah.
There's a lot of bubbles on the thing.
Okay, we're going to mix it up. We're making pigs in a blanket. Dorothy and I, we just mixed up the bread dough. But we want to swing the bike because we still do the way they do banking here. If you open up an account, you have to go to that bank if you want to get money. And then for me to transfer it here would be such a hassle because I got to get a hold of my union. I got to get a hold of the state to transfer to a different bank account, which was a horrible thing. It took forever. And then now we're going to be going down to Mindoro, and we don't know how it's going to be there. So I was thinking, boy, if we have a bike, my sweetie and I we can leave from Mindoro, and we could zip up to Cavite, where the bank is, very easily on the bike. And there's always somebody down there. The kids will just play and do their chores and do all their stuff. And that's what I want to do. I do not want to go from Mindoro on a small bike or a tricycle and got to go through all these small towns, it'd take me forever. We zipped up from Mindoro, got on the boat, we zipped all the way up to San Jose and all the way back here in no time. You know, it was our time machine. There's our time machine right there. And we made it no problem. So if I can get a big bike that I can get on the highway, and that's what I've wanted for a good while. It's just, oh, look at our little buddy right there. Oh, there he goes. But, you know, that would be for her. She'd get on the back, get our helmets, get our gear on, and cruise. And we could zip up there, do the banking, do all the stuff we got to do, and then zip back all within a day. If we do it on a tricycle or a under 400cc motorcycle, it's a couple days. And I'm not willing to leave my kids for that long. I'm just not, guys. You know, it would be in the car again, and then that starts to get a little expensive. It's going to be about $7,000 more, a little bit more than that, $8,000 back and forth in the car, plus all the gas. And the gas prices here in Lipa are much more than they are, and of course in Mindoro it was kind of high too. You know, I don't understand the gas prices though. Right outside the port of Batangas is the refinery. Gas is way more here in Lipa than it is up in San Jose, and they got to truck it. And when you're on the highway, you see all these tanker trucks heading up to deliver their fuel. That costs money. Why is the gas cheaper up there? And food. But one thing is going to happen if we go to Mindoro. It's going to cut our budget, food budget, in half, guys. It's gonna punch it in half. We just went out to the store the other day, spent $22, and then my wife went out and spent another $3-4 on fruits and vegetables, which we do. We're gonna have to do again. We did bring some stuff back with us, but the food down there is a lot cheaper. Now our diet will definitely change when we get down there. It'll be a lot more gulai, a lot more fruit, because it's plentiful and it's cheap. So we're looking forward. We want to do the move. If I could wave my magic wand and make it happen right now, I'd do it. You know, because this place right here. I mean, come on, guys. Look what I get to live in. You know, you know, some of my buddies from the States that I've known for more than 20 years are all saying, "Wow, dude, look at wow." You know, and we were looking, even Wes noticed, you know, some of these, the way they're going up, they're not as, they just seem like it's not as quality as what we've seen earlier. So it's a shame, but, you know, it's right next to my house. We got to keep Mumu out of there. They're playing up over there on the rocks, and, got to worry about rusty nails. Hey guys, leave that alone before you get a splinter. Put that down. Just leave that down. This is, you know, how are you going to keep kids from playing? I mean, I could tell them to get out of there, but I'm going to be hollering at them all the time. The association, they don't care that it's a shithole. Demeterland, they don't care that it's a shithole. Most of the Filipinos, they don't say anything. That's what it is. If they don't like something, yeah, maybe they'll go home and bitch to mom and pop or their spouse or something like that. But when it comes to the people they need to complain, they won't. They just won't. And you know, that's what Tim ran into. And they get people here, like I say, that's running this. You think they would get in here and clean this up? It's not going to be that way. It's not going to happen. A lot of people say, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." I'm butting my head against the wall. It's stupid. And it's like with these meetings that are happening here. I don't go to them. Even my wife said, "Stay out of them." You know, they're going to say, "Oh, you're going to do it just because you're a foreigner." I'm staying out. She goes to the meetings. She goes back and forth with the people. I'm staying out of it. I want nothing to do with it because it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well for us. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And this is Rickshaw out.